Hey, what's up guys? The best player in Clash Royale, the world champion Mohamed Light, is ranked number 1, 2, and 3 in the game. And he got his 2 highest ranks with this Royal Giant deck. It speaks volumes to how strong the deck is that the person with the best understanding of Clash Royale picked this deck for his 2 highest ranks. When you have Tombstone, Fisherman, and Zappies, you're going to stay safe no matter what your opponent throws at you. The Zappies stun make sure that all the Electro Giant, Golem, and other Royal Giant players have 0 fun. Fisherman catches King Tower activations, which can completely turn the tide of the battle. And Skeletons from the Tombstone come up clutch to engulf all of your opponent's spam. And while you're defending, you're building towards your offense with a Skeleton King, collecting all the souls to throw more Skeletons back at your opponent. And if they don't finish off your counter-pushing defense, they might be miserable. With the Fisherman pulling units off the Royal Giant, the Mother Witch cleaning up all their bait cards, and the Zappies stunning their stuff so they can't attack your RG. If you don't have Skeleton King, use Giant Skeleton instead. It's time to take notes from the best player in the game, take some towers while we're at it, and assert dominance. Lots of love to everyone that's using creator code SirTag to make all the daily videos possible. Alright, we got a game against Garcia, and he's a part of the 50 Demons clan. You know what would be cool? If I got 50 demonic piggies pushing at our opponent. So I don't necessarily have the best hand, but maybe we can body block the hog. Oh my gosh, that hog got stuck for a freaking century. It wasn't able to bypass the thick Skeleton King and the Zappies. That's the type of start that we like to see, already getting inside our opponent's head rent-free. So I think we want to click the Skeleton King ability, but we don't want to drop it too soon. We're hoping to get it last second. Let's go. That's nice because obviously he's going to be less prepared for that. We're going to go for a Tombstone in this position, and it should fully counter the Hog Rider. It's not going to get damage. Oh, wait, what? Wow, it still fully shut down the Hog Rider, despite the guy having arrows, which was not a card I was intending to play against right now. I was hoping that the Barbarian Barrel would force out some extra elixir from our opponent as well, but we didn't get anything. So I'm going to Royal Giant in the back because the Hog Rider's out of cycle. So it's going to take him another 3 cards to get back to it at least. That means that we can go in for a Royal Giant and safely do that because he can't punish me on the other side. Usually, Hog Rider decks only have Hog Rider. If he's got something else, then I would be kind of surprised. We can Fisherman last second, try to go and pull the Musketeer before he's ready, and if he goes in for Skeletons, we can go for a Skeleton King. That's so fun to do. Yoinking all the ranged cards, and then the opponent's like, wait, that's not how it's supposed to go. My Musketeer was supposed to snipe you. You're not supposed to snipe me. All right, we can go in for a Fireball here on his Musketeer if we want, but I think it's better just to click the Skeleton King ability. Because again, the Musketeer is just getting consistently yoinked. That's 2 for 2, Fisherman. You out here right now. I cannot believe how ludicrous of value that Fisherman gave me. Like, seriously, is it going to take the tower too? Can he do it all? Is he a jack of all trades? Oh my goodness. My Fisher boy doesn't flop, he flails. All right, we're going to be going in for a Zappies here. And then if he goes in for another, yeah, he's going to go for another aggressive Hog Rider. And when he does that, he just never gets a hit. Like, it's an experienced play to go in for multiple Hog Riders. But at the same time, it's not the experience that you want. A lot of pros will do it, but you have to be very good at dropping at the right moments. And he's not finding the opportunities to go in. Generally, the way that Hog Rider is played is you go in for a Hog Rider while you're defending at the same time, and the best players can defend while applying aggression with their Hog Rider because their cost-efficient cards of like Musketeer, Ice Spirit will give them such a good elixir trade that they can afford to go for a Hog Rider at the same point. This guy, he barely even scratched the surface of my tower, and I feel like our deck is definitely demonic. And this toxic matchup made the man leave. From the start to finish, it was a fun game, body blocking the Hog Rider and then pulling 2 Musketeers with 1 Fisherman. It makes sense that the best player in Clash Royale is using this deck because there's so much outplay potential. Let's jump into the action here. We're going to go for a Tombstone and see what this guy's got. So we don't want to be cycling too much elixir at the start with this deck. Generally, it is a counter push deck, as I said before. That's how we like to roll with it. So I'm going to go for a Barbaril, Tombstone. He might end up having Mega Knight. No, he can't have Mega Knight because we just saw Knight. He'll probably be a fast cycle miner wall breakers deck if I had to guess. There's a chance it's going to be something else, but that's usually what we see when we see this type of strategy. Yeah, so he's going to have Miner in the deck after seeing the Magic Archer. Immediately fireballing on top of that Magic Archer feels good. Our mission right now is to bait out his Bomb Tower utilizing our Skeleton King. If we get the Bomb Tower out of cycle, then he'll only have Tornado for our Royal Giant. Gonna Bomb Tower. Let's go! That's what we needed. So it's going to be the Miner control deck that we knew, so I was able to identify that early on. I'm going to try to bait out his Tornado with the Skeleton King as well. If I'm lucky, I get that as well. Maybe we can get it. If we're getting damage as well, if we finish off the Knight, that's even better. He totally should not have dropped the Knight there. That is absurd value for me. All right, we're going to go for Tombstone so the Spear Goblins and the Wall Breakers both go onto that, so then the Mother Witch retains a little bit more health. Maybe I can get 3 Piggies. Oh, let's go. He could activate King Tower with Tornado if he knows the placement. Fortunately, he doesn't. Or maybe... Oh, no. I cursed myself. Y'all might be like, hey, Jake, that doesn't matter that he activated King Tower, but it kind of does because the Skeleton King prefers to be able to get more value without the King Tower shooting all of the skeletons that you unleash. So it is a bit annoying. Spear Goblins are also very good at shutting down the rest of the Royal Giant, so well played from our opponent. He ended up dropping around the same elixir as me, but he got counterpushed with the Spear Goblins, so I'm going to go in for a Skeleton King here, and we expect him to go in for a Magic Archer, so I'm going to go for a Fisherman and make a prediction. Okay, he didn't do that. Yeah, I just didn't want to give him the availability of doing that because it would have been a lot of damage on my tower. And generally in this type of matchup, it's going to be hard to break through since he's going to have a building, and he's also going to have Tornado. So this is one of those matchups that we have to get slippery and slimy and creative with our plays. I'm going to go for another Skeleton King ability just to try to get 1 or 2 skeletons on the tower. If that happens, it's worth it. We're getting a log out of our opponent anyway, so it's a 2-for-2 trade, so it's not even bad for me. So what do? Do we decide to go in for a Fireball here? If he decides, yep, if he drops anything else near the Magic Archer, we're Fireballing that 9 times out of 10. I'm going to Royal Giant in the back so we can build up a huge advantage here. So the first Royal Giant is going to bait out the Bomb Tower. Then we cycle back to a second one, and that one hopefully gives us an even better trade. We're a Skeleton King to get the 3-card cycle so we can get back to a aggressive Royal Giant a bit faster. I'm going to try to finish off that Magic Archer. Not looking great, but the Fisherman will be able to pull it eventually. That's a vibe. We're going to go in for a Mother Witch here. We're going to go in for a Barb Barrel, and we're back to double Royal Giants. This is what we wanted. This is what we were building ourselves up for the entire time. So we can click the Skeleton King ability and make sure that the Knight is going to get completely overwhelmed. Then we go in for a Fireball on top of the Magic Archer on the left-hand side. And because he spent all of his elixir on the right and his building, then he has nothing to defend the Royal Giant on the left. So what I like doing is I like going for my Royal Giant on the side that I'm not necessarily even going to go for. Like I build up the Royal Giant in the back on the side that I don't care about. And then I really release the Royal Giant on the left-hand side, the side that I was planning on taking all along with a lower health tower. So it's nice to do that since obviously the first one is going to get all of the elixir, so you'd rather not commit as heavily on the side that you don't care about. Okay, I wonder if that is going to pull the Magic Archer. It kind of looked weird for a sec. He's going to go for a log, so I wasn't able to get the ability down in time. Wait, how many Mother Witch Piggies can I get? How many Mother Witch Piggies can I get right now? If I go for another Royal Giant and I go for a Barb Barrel, I think that this is going to be fine because the Mother Witch is relentless offense right now. I might be able to go in for a Skeleton King. There's a chance that it's better for me to go for a Tombstone. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, I need to slow down for a second because I'm not getting a Royal Giant hit. I need more than that. I need more than just piggies getting released at my opponent's tower. I think I can go in for a Skeleton King ability and then eat the Spear Goblins and then see what he decides to do. Because if we Fireball on the Magic Archer, it will definitely die. Then he doesn't have any source of splash damage and the piggies are coming at him. The Mother Witch is still locking onto the tower. We almost had the 3 Mother Witch tears that surely brought our opponent to tears as we seized the tower. Even when your opponent's got a quick card cycle with Tornado and a building, there are a lot of strategies that you can do to break through. Baiting out their building with a Royal Giant cycled in the back allows you to attack with another Royal Giant before they're back to their building. And in the last few seconds when the game gets sketchy, you can always count on the Mother Witch to clean things up and put in work. This guy finished 640 in the world. Let's freaking go. Okay, well, not that way, man. You're gonna go for an Electro Spirit. You probably have Royal Giant. I'm gonna activate King Tower here. Might be good if he's got Skeleton King. It's generally worth it activating King Tower. If he's just gonna have a Royal Giant deck with Royal Ghost and a quick card cycle, then it's not necessarily gonna be as beneficial for us. But we're gonna go and cycle our Mother Witch in the back and see if he's gonna end up having a small spell or something like that. How many piggies can we get? I think we can get like 2, maybe 3. Oh my gosh, we're gonna get 3. Let's go, baby. All right, we can go for a Royal Giant now, and then we'll probably get a Fisherman from him. I would have loved to go in for something in the middle to body block the Fisherman, but he dropped it in an interesting place, pulling it closer towards the tower. So we're guaranteed a bunch of damage. So this is what I was talking about before. If you can do this, the tower will help out against the defense. In some situations, not in all situations. Also, I can't believe the Royal Ghost locked onto my tower there. I thought the Skeleton King was positioned 1 more tile left, but I messed that up. It is what it is. We're currently going to be winning by 200 HP, but it would have been a lot more if I played that perfectly. All right, so we're going to click the Skeleton King ability. If it can lock onto the tower, that'd be huge. So generally, we like to go for the Fisherman here. We're expect him to try to go for a Fisherman, so we're going to go for a Tombstone. And wait, the Electro Spirit? Oh, chained on. That's awful. Yeah, so this Royal Giant is going to get pulled to the other side. So that's the placement he should have done. If there's a lot of stuff coming at you and you don't know what to do against a Royal Giant, you want to pull the Royal Giant to the other lane so it separates the units that are going to do damage to your tower, away from the Royal Giant, so then their units are on both sides. And that's what we like to do that Fisherman placement, not the Fisherman placement that he did to try to counter my Royal Giant. Okay, we could Fireball on that and we would have gotten a pig closer to the tower, but I don't think that's worth it either. I'm just going to roll through with the Barb Barrel. It's a pretty safe bet. 2 elixir for the Fisherman. That's a good trade. We'll take that any day of the week. And I can go for a Skeleton King because obviously the Barbarian Barrel is going to die. The Skeletons are going to die. And we'll collect all those souls. 4 souls for the Skeleton King. A little bit more Skellies on the field. We still don't know if he's going to have Fireball or Lightning. what I can do here is I can go for zappies, and then I can rail giant. I can make a prediction on his fisherman using my own fisherman if I have enough elixir. I think that it's worth it. Can we do it? Can we go fisherman on fisherman action? No, it's going to go on skeletons. That is not what we wanted at all, man. Wait. It's still going okay according to plan, right? We're getting like 2,000 damage on the tower. Why am I complaining? That's actually really freaking good. So in this matchup, what I would prefer to do is I want to go in for a tombstone and then a barb barrel to finish off the electric spirit, so then he's not able to get the electric spirit to chain onto the tombstone. And then the zappies are the big winner for you. If you use zappies on defense and your opponent's got lightning, there's nothing they can do to break through. So that's why this Royale Giant deck is played by Mohamed Light, because he has all these quality defense assurances against all the other beatdown decks. So if you're playing against Golem, Electro Giant, or Royale Giant in this case, those zappies come up clutch in a big way. So we're going to click the Skeleton King ability because it's pretty high bar, and then we can go for a Fireball. He's going to drop something nearby for sure, right? There's like 1 second left. He's got to drop something nearby. He can't afford to eat that damage, but we snack on his tower. GG and well played. Let's keep climbing up. After wrecking that Royale Giant player quite comfortably, now we're at 9,999 in the world, achieving the most 9s that you could possibly get in the game. And our medals even have 2 9s in there too with 1919. This is definitely the coolest rank I've ever seen. Yo, this guy's gonna have Elixir Golem in his banner. Hopefully we can cook his castle. Dude, he's a crook, and I feel like we gotta lock him up. He's a massive menace if he's running Elixir Golem on ladder. You guys know the deal. If you're playing against Elixir Golem, ideally what you do is you go and kite their units utilizing your tombstone, and then try to activate King Tower with your fisherman if you need to. Generally, I like cycling 2 fireballs in later stages of the match, but I don't think we're playing against Elixir Golem. I think it's got to be Graveyard. After we see archers with the tombstone, that is typically a Graveyard deck every time. I'm not going to drop a Mother Witch to the river because I don't know if he's going to go and drop anything. I don't want to get caught with a bad cycle against a Graveyard player. So you got to have Skeleton King or Mother Witch when they have their Graveyard and cycle. Definitely that Graveyard freeze deck with Mighty Miner from the looks of what we've seen. So I'm going to go for Zappies right now because the Tombstone is going to be out of cycle, and I think he has to go in for a Mighty Miner to counter a Royale Giant, which is not going to be very effective for him. Wait, what? Excuse me? Sir?
Sir?
This is not the deck I thought you would be running at all. You've got Hound with archers. Are you stuck in the last meta? Oh my goodness. All right, so he might end up having clone. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I'm not happy with this situation because I need to be able to pop the Hound. I somehow need to pop the Hound quick. So I'm going to go in for a Mother Witch here. I can then go in for a Skeleton King. Maybe if he goes in for a Miner, this will be okay. And then I can Fireball on top of everything. Okay, I think I'm okay. As long as the Hound dies and we Fireball on top of the pups and knock back also the balloon at the same time, please just give me a defense. That's all I want right now. Perfect defense. The balloon didn't hit my tower. Only death damage. That is the best thing I could have gotten. Oh my goodness. We are rolling in the right way, baby. All right, we're going to go in for a, I think that's probably the best bet. Right, if we go Fisherman and we get 2 piggies to tank, then we're going to force out even more elixir from them. The scary thing is I don't know if he's got barbarians, so I would typically go in for a really aggressive strat and go in for like Royale Giant right now, but I don't feel comfy doing that. So instead, I'm going to go and stack up our Zappies and put on the pressure and not go for a Tombstone. If I went for a Tombstone, then what could happen is he's just going to ignore it because it's just sitting on my side of the map. And these type of matchups, you got to play aggressive. So we're going to go in for a Skeleton King on the right-hand side, and we will be able to take out the tower. Hopefully the Zappies can put in enough work. I'm going to go for a Mother Witch here as well. Super aggressive strat, but I just want to keep up the pressure so I can maybe Skeleton King and take out the other tower. Ideally, that's what happens. What was the Phoenix doing? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what just happened there? That was really ludicrous. I've never seen a Phoenix be that dumb. It didn't target onto the Mother Witch that was right in front of it. That's awesome. I mean, we take those. We're going to go in for a Fireball. We're hopefully going to be able to knock most of his stuff back. So then we can finish off the rest of the baby dragon. So then obviously the Zappies will stay alive. And with 17 seconds remaining, we're going to remain strong for the rest of the game. I can't believe we beat this Hound player so easily. It was really sketchy at the start. But man, if you play it well, I understand why Mohamed Light likes it. It's one of the most solid decks on defense, no matter what you match into. And we mashed our opponent's tower on the right to oblivion with our Skeleton King, and I didn't even notice that. When played well, this deck grants all-around awesome defense and offense. And that win puts us at 8,800 in the world. So we got a game against Blake. Blake 2, though. Is it going to be the evolution? Is it going to be better than all the other Blakes?
Blake? What?
We'll find out. I'm going to Fireball on top of the aggressive Musketeer that he cycled without even knowing what our deck was. So I expect him to not just have Musketeer as his only anti-air answer. A lot of people that cycle a Musketeer in the back will end up having like Musketeer, Bomb Tower, Snowball, like 10 different things that you have to worry about if you're running Balloon. So that's the scariest thing. Someone with confidence cycling all of their air stuff in the back. Okay, yeah, this guy's got a bowler with musketeers, so I don't know what I'm playing into, actually. I'm going to Royal Giant the other side because I think I'm up a bunch of elixir. He dropped a zap on top of my Mother Witch and a Goblin Gang, which is a -1 trade. So if he's consistently taking negative trades all day, I mean, we take those, right? I'm going to go Tombstone on top of the Mini P.E.K.K.A, and then I can go for a Scandalous Skeleton King on top of the bowler. Wait, I can activate King Tower here with my Fisherman. Please let it work. Okay, I need to go in for a Barb Barrel here first, just to guarantee that we can clean up the Spear Goblins, because they just do too much damage in Clash Royale. And then I think we're going to comfortably lock on to the right thing. Just hit the Giant. Let's go. Click the Skeleton King ability before it dies. Yes! Even better. King Tower activation, Skeleton King ability. Everything is en route. So, oh, that's not what we wanted. We didn't want an Electro Wizard. Oh, that thing's annoying. I hate the fact that that thing stuns a lot, and it's going to be harder for us to get value. Oh my gosh. Harder to get value, the Fisherman says. Nah, Jake, I got you covered, man. Just going to fish lap the tower real quick. So, I don't love this. I kind of want to go in for zappies, but at the same time, I know they're just going to get bowlered. It's better than dropping a fireball, though, because at least the zappies give us counterpush. The bad thing about it is now I don't have my zappies in cycle. The zappies are objectively better than the fireball in that instance, but maybe I needed them in my card hand. Okay, interesting. You know, sometimes people just play like this, and I always wonder what is going through their head.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
When they go all in and just ignore things. This is what's going to happen right now. I can sense it. I know what this guy's made of. So I'm going to Skeleton King here. I'm going to use probably our best defensive sequence that we can, and we'll see if it works out. I need a fireball in this just to be able to kill the Mini P.E.K.K.A. Otherwise, the Mini P.E.K.K.A. will probably be able to break through, and I don't think that will happen. I don't like that when that happens. So we're going to go Barb Barrel, and then we're going to go in for Zappies afterward, and then I think we can go get a Mother Witch down on top of the Goblins. Whew, this is sketchy. I think he's going to just keep going bowlers, so I can't go on the same side as him anymore. This is one of those matchups that I want to go for a Fisherman to go pull the bowler, but I don't know if I can anymore. I'm going to go Tombstone. I'm going to Royal Giant on the right. I could have Fireballed on that. I think Fireballing that is really good, but I'm just going to wait and see if I can get more value. Maybe Fireballing on it later or something. Oh my goodness, this game is crazy. All right, we're going to Fireball here on top of the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the Electro Wizard instead. Just want to kill the Mini P.E.K.K.A. as per usual. I'm going to go in for a Barbarian Barrel, and then I'm going to get back to another Tombstone. Since we have the Skeleton King cleaning up duty on the left-hand side, I think we're going to be A-okay. The Skeleton King ability didn't go off, though. Oh, that feels awful. Totally tragic when that happens. All right, what do we do? I'm trying to think of a way to win this. Because if he goes in for a bowler, I need to go on the opposite side every single time. So we can go and pull the Mini P.E.K.K.A. utilizing our Fisherman, maybe. And then I can go in for a Zappies on top of whatever he decides to drop, like an Electro Wizard. And then we can Skeleton King on the other side. Wait, why does he have Fireball? Bro, these plays are literally illegal right now. Miss me with that. Seriously, why do you have Fireball? This deck doesn't make any sense. I thought it would be Giant Graveyard because I saw Bowler with the Giant, and now it's like just a weird Giant deck that I've never played into before. Oh my goodness. All right, we're going to be able to go and pull the Giant to the other side. Then I'm going to go in for a Barb Barrel with the Mother Witch. I think that the Musketeer might lock onto my tower, which could be quite catastrophic for me, but we're still living. We're still here. It might still work is what I'm trying to say, all right? We're going to go in for a Royal Giant, and then I want to click the Skeleton King ability because the Skeleton King does not get pushed back by the bowler, so that's quite nice for me. Just waiting for more units to die, if you feel me. Then we can maybe get a, I don't know, Piggy in front of everything? We'll see. For the Tombstone, I'm going to Fireball on top of the Musketeer. The Piggy! The Piggy's taking for the Skeletons and the Mother Witch! The Piggy is our perfect paradise. I love that thing. When I go to bed tonight, I'm just going to be dreaming of sweet pigs pummeling towers. Because that Picasso pig painted us a picture of winning that I did not think was going to happen. Breaking through a bowler, fireball, and electro wizard was only possible because of the power of the pig. He tanked so we could take the tower all the way down. Like, subscribe for more daily videos, and have an incredible rest of your day.